If I were a leader in a district and we decided we wanted to implement RTI district-wide, what would be the top 3 things you would encourage me to figure out first?
Think of it like planning your summer vacation, because you could probably just get in the car and drive and get someplace. Or maybe you could talk to folks around the table like, gee, kids, what do you want to do on your summer vacation? And what would make a great summer vacation? And gee, I wonder where we might go to have those kinds of fun events. Would it be shopping? Would it be snorkeling? Would it be hiking? Would it be fishing? All right, so the connection then with the school district would be kind of the same way. I need to get people around the table who might help me understand why we want to go pursue these set of activities around response to intervention. So that would include my classroom teachers, my building administrators, probably some parents, school board members, folks that can help me identify what it is we want to accomplish and how would we know if we were successful. Those would be important considerations. The other piece would be recognizing how response to intervention might help me with meeting requirements of other initiatives, such as No Child Left Behind, or what I might be considering in improving my services for students in special education or other students who are just at risk. So those are, to get started anyway, I'd want to have the right people at the table and help me figure out how we would know if we were being successful. Then I probably want to have some sense of short-term outcomes and maybe also some long-term outcomes, because it's like planning the vacation. There's those things that we want to get started early on, and then once we're on the trip we get a better sense of how things are working. So in the short term, it might be, what would be those markers that we're on the right track, that the work we're doing around response to intervention and those components are making a difference for our students and for our staff, for the quality of services. And then in the long term, we might be able to look further at the performance of those students on other measures, their retention rate in school, their grades, the performance on state assessments. We might get a better sense about their participation in the variety of academic activities, as well as their performance on academic and behavioral screening. The big question might be, well, where should I start with these multiple components that are part of RTI? Is it better to start with screening or progress monitoring or organizing our tiers? But the simplest way to maybe get started would be those that would give us kind of an immediate impact, something that would really let us get started and get some momentum going so we can demonstrate our success, because we've got, it's going to take some effort. We want to implement pieces that will demonstrate to those who haven't quite bought into the idea of RTI that it's worth our time and worth our effort. Probably I'd want to consider, what are those events, what are those pieces about RTI on which I can get broad agreement, in which I can get folks engaged. One thing is to get them to agree, yeah, it's a good idea. Next is to get them engaged, because now we're talking about their behavior changes, their behavior changes, and then also the observable changes that we might see with participants as well, as we put all that together.